7 Money Management Secrets, 2026 to 2030. Top number 1 in the world. How to build real wealth. The most effective personal finance system. The truth no one ever told you. You're not stuck because you lack ability. You didn't fail because you're not smart enough. You're stuck because there are rules you were never taught. Rules you never noticed. Rules no one warned you about. If you live in the United States and still believe that hard work and saving money, getting rich, then I'm going to be blunt with you. You're already losing from the very first steps. From 2026 to 2030, money no longer rewards hard workers. Money rewards people who understand the new rules of the game. And 90% of Americans were never taught these rules. Here's a truth most people don't want to hear. Most Americans will never be rich. Not because they're stupid, but because they manage money in a way that rich people never do. In this video, I'll share 7 money management secrets for 2026 to 2030, things schools never teach, banks don't want you to understand, and the wealthy rarely say out loud. The brutal truth about money. You need to wake up. Secret 1. Money no longer rewards hard work. IT rewards those who control cash flow. If this were 1990, the advice work hard and you'll get rich might have been true. But 2026 to 2030 is not that world anymore. Today, millions of Americans work 50 to 60 hours a week, hold advanced degrees, earn 6-figure incomes, yet they live with constant financial anxiety. The problem isn't your salary. The problem is what you do with money after you earn it. You can make $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year, but if your money only flows in one direction, income, spending, bills gone, you're not rich. You're just a high-level employee. Rich Americans don't see money as income. They see money as employees. They don't ask, how much did I make this month? They ask, what job is every dollar doing to create more money right now? That's the line between controlling money and being controlled by it. The new wealth rule. If you stop working and money stops flowing, you're not rich. If you sleep and money still flows, you've entered a different game. Cash flow isn't just king. It's the entire kingdom. Secret 2. Old school saving no longer protects you. It's quietly killing you. This is the harshest wake-up call for the American middle class. You were taught, saving is smart. Money in the bank is safe. But from 2026 to 2030, passive saving is a sophisticated trap. Not because saving is wrong, but because you're saving inside a system designed against you. Modern inflation doesn't scream. It doesn't show up as 2 to 3% on headlines. It hides in housing prices rising faster than income, medical costs wiping out accounts overnight, education pushing young people into debt before life begins, insurance getting more expensive while protecting less. Money sitting still is money being eroded every day. The rich don't hold money. They deploy it. Their money must defend itself against inflation, create new value, generate additional cash flow to sustain itself. When your money doesn't create more money, you work for money, not the other way around. Secret 3. The rich win with discipline. The poor lose to emotion. The rich don't fail because they lack knowledge. The poor fail because they can't control behavior. Here's a truth almost no one dares to say. Money doesn't disappear because you don't know enough. It disappears because you react emotionally. 90% of financial mistakes in America come from emotions. Panic when prices fall. Euphoria when prices rise. comparing your life to others. FOMO, jumping in because you fear missing out. The rich don't rely on willpower. They build systems. They design automation, emotionless rules, scenarios for worst-case outcomes. They don't ask, how does this decision make me feel? They ask, does this break the structure I built? And here's the truth that stings most. If you need motivation to manage money, you've already lost. Secret 4. One income stream, one exit. From 2026 to 2030, understand this clearly. One job won't protect you. One company won't save you. One income stream isn't enough to survive. What's collapsing isn't people. It's the old model of living and managing money. Rich Americans always assume the worst-case scenario. Not because they're pessimistic, not because they're afraid, because they understand how money systems really work. They don't hope. They build active income to survive, semi-passive income to expand choices, passive income to defend when systems shake. You don't need 10 income streams. Just don't put your financial life behind a single door. Secret 5. The rich don't chase money. They design what creates money. The American middle class doesn't lack income. They lack an exit. They're trapped in a deadly loop, trading time for money, spending money to look valuable, getting locked in by the very things they bought. The rich swim against the current. They don't buy stuff. They buy growing cash flow. They choose assets that pay them monthly, appreciate yearly, make the tax system work in their favor. They understand one brutal truth. Anything that doesn't produce money is a chain. And most people are chaining themselves with their own credit cards. Secret 6. Taxes are not the enemy of the rich. They are their weapon. The poor see taxes as punishment. The rich see taxes as a blueprint for power. USA tax law wasn't written to punish success. It was designed to guide money where the government wants growth. Invest, the system rewards you. Create jobs, the system reduces your burden. Build long-term assets, the system protects you. The poor ask, how do I pay less tax? The rich ask, how do I make taxes work for me? The difference isn't cheating. It's understanding the rules and letting them work for you. Secret 7. The final truth. Wealth is not a moment. It's a system. Stop dreaming. Look at reality. Wealth doesn't come from one big win, one lucky investment, one risky move. Wealth comes from correct decisions repeated long enough, discipline without motivation, systems that make failure difficult. The rich don't believe in motivation. They believe in structure and results. And when your system is right, you don't try to get rich. Wealth becomes a side effect. Message for you. If this makes you angry, it's probably true. If you live in a USA, have worked for years, and still feel constant financial stress, that's no longer bad luck. That's the result of choices. Not today's choices, but the choices you repeat every month. Your personal finance system isn't not good enough. It's working exactly as you designed it. And here's the part most people hate. You don't lack financial information. You don't lack opportunity. You lack the discipline to live differently from the crowd. Most Americans will never be rich, not because they're unintelligent, but because they refuse to pay the price. Wealth isn't a reward for knowledge. It's a reward for enduring discomfort for a long time. Being rich requires you to say no to what's called a normal life. Accept being seen as cold, practical, even cheap. Invest in the future while others burn money on the present. Most people don't fail due to lack of opportunity. They quit the moment the price becomes uncomfortable. And if you're thinking, not everyone has the same conditions, you're right. And that thought is exactly what keeps you where you are. Because the rich don't ask, why can't I? They ask, what must I change so I can? If you leave this video and change nothing about your financial decisions, the video didn't fail. You chose not to change. And no one can help you if you refuse to do one thing. Take 100% responsibility for your financial position. Final question. Answer in the comments. Do you believe poverty is caused by the system or by personal choices repeated every day? No nice answers. Be honest, because the moment you say it out loud, you've already started playing a different game. Comment system if you believe the system keeps people poor. Comment choice if you believe personal choices determine wealth. There's no right or wrong answer, but your answer reveals exactly where you stand.